And the Reds can end it tonight. Game number 4 of the 2028 World Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Baltimore Orioles. If you've missed the first 3 games of this World Series, go check them out. But the Reds, of course, up 3-0 now, in need of one more win to become the 2028 World Champions. And game 3 is huge, right? We had the same exact scenario in that series with the Atlanta Braves, where the Reds were up 2-0 going into Atlanta for game number 3. They ended up losing that game 3, dropping game number 4, and then you find yourself in a 2-2 series tie going into game number 5. But now 3-0 really puts the pressure on the O's. It's only happened a few times in, sports history where a team has come back from down 3-0, and it's going to be a mountain to climb against this Reds team. The loaded bats we have, and really the pitching that has really stepped up, especially with the starting rotation. So tonight for the Reds, they will have Rhett Lauder on the mound, and for the O's, they will have Griffin Canning, and he will be up first for game number 4 of this fall classic. Here is Griffin Canning, 1.89 ERA. He's been very good in the playoffs, 3-0 record over 19 innings pitched. We'll see what the Reds are able to do with him tonight. He will strike out TJ Friedl looking to kick off this game, but Elly De La Cruz mashes one off the wall. Ellie's on with a 1-out double. He's already in scoring position for Bryce Harper, who had a 2 RBI triple in the last game. Harper, just like that, has the Reds up 1-0. It's an RBI single in the right. Reds take the lead just like that. Yordan Alvarez went 4 for 5 last night in game 3. He's going to hit that ball and elevate it into center field. And yes, this is 2 Reds episodes in the same day. First time that's happened. More on that later. Francisco Alvarez back in his normal 5 spot will strike out. As we go to the bottom of the first, Rhett Lauder will be pitching with the lead. Now the Reds have not trailed so far in this World Series. Let's hope tonight is not the first night that they do. Lauder will see Jake McCarthy first as he's back in the lineup with a righty on the mound for Cincinnati. McCarthy goes into right for a single. Harold Ramirez now, though, on the ground. Elly De La Cruz to Matt McLain. McLain, bare hands, go to first. 2 down just like that on the double play. Perdomo now going to elevate a change up deep center field. TJ Friedl going back, and he will not get there in time. Perdomo's on with a 2-out double, making way for Gunnar Henderson. Henderson hits one hard into right. Harper, though, going back, and he will make the catch. 1-0 Reds, still on to the top of the second. Matt Olson will walk on that Canning circle change away. Will Benson now in the 2-1 pitch, hits one hard to first, and that's going to be 2. An unfortunate play right there for the Reds. Matt Olson gets doubled up as Spencer Steer will fly out into right field to Heston Kyrgyzstan. We move on to the bottom of the second. Rhett Lauder will first see Keibert Ruiz. We have been tracking it this entire World Series. Ruiz is still yet to get a hit for the Orioles. The Adley Rutschman replacement has not done too well for for Baltimore. It's done wonders for the Reds as Willie Castro will ground out. Jake Fraley on the 1-2 hits that ball to right field to Bryce Harper. Lauder goes 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second. To the top of the third, Matt McLain up first for Cincinnati. He hits one hard on the ground, but straight to Harold Ramirez at first base. Top of the order up, TJ Friedl on the 1-2. Struck out in his first AB this time. That ball is going to bloop into right field. TJ Friedel's on with a 1-out single. Elly De La Cruz now on the 1-2 pitch. Friedl running. De La Cruz strikes out. Friedl, though, will get on second with a stolen bag, bringing up Bryce Harper on the 2-1. Harper hits one hard, but straight to on a line. Heston Kyrgyzstan. We go to the bottom of the third. Kyrgyzstan now at the plate, and he will strike out. 1 down for Braden Taylor on the 1-2. Taylor going to get around that fastball. Bryce Harper has it. 2 down for the top of the order. Jake McCarthy, the center fielder, singled in his first AB this time. He will hit 1-2 third right to Spencer Steer. So the Orioles still looking for their first lead of this World Series. Yordan Alvarez comes up here to start off the top of the fourth. He will hit that Griffin Canning slurve straight up the middle. That'll be the first out the inning for Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez, though, going to line one back up the middle. That one's going to get through. Alvarez is on with a 1-out single. Actually, he's going to look for 2, and that might not have been the smartest of decisions Yeah, Francisco Alvarez is thrown out at second base. Matt Olson on the 1-2 pitch now with 2 outs will strike out. Canning gets out of the 4th unscathed. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, Harold Ramirez hits one softly on the ground to Matt McLain. 1 out for Geraldo Perdomo on the 2-2. Perdomo on the ground right to Elly De La Cruz. Elly with the strong throw to first puts him away. 2 down for Gunnar Henderson. Henderson up the middle off of the leg of Rhett Lauder. Lauder to first. He still makes the play. What an effort, PFP right there by the former Wake Forest Demon Deacon, Rhett Lauder. Will Benson kicks off the top of the 5th by swinging at that 3-1 pitch and flying out to center field to Jake McCarthy. Spencer Steer now is going to fly one to right, and that ball will get down. So 1-out single here for Cincinnati. Here comes Matt McLain on the 1-1 ball on the ground, and unfortunately, Matt McLain has been a ground-out machine in this World Series and really in the playoffs as a whole. Luckily for the Reds, they've been able to work around that. Keibert Ruiz stares at strike 3, continuing his streak of not picking up a hit. Willie Castro, though, will have a hit for Baltimore. That one goes up the middle. Castro's on with a 1-out single. Bringing in Jake Fraley on the 1-2. Fraley on the ground. Easy double play depth. McLain, though, is going to bobble. He'll get the out at first, but runner on second, 2 outs. Heston Kjerstad, it doesn't matter. He'll ground out to Elly De La Cruz. The O's have been shut out through 5. Cade Povich coming out for the 6th inning for Baltimore. 5.79 ERA so far in the playoffs. He will get TJ Friedl to weakly ground out too short to Gunnar Henderson. 1 out for Elly De La Cruz on the 1-1 pitch. Elly bounces one to first to Harold Ramirez. 2 down for Bryce Harper on the 1-2 pitch. Povich deals, and Harper down the line. That one's going to get through. Bryce has got himself his second base knock of the night. He's been smacking the label off the ball. Really, ever since this series got to Baltimore, 3 very hard hit balls for Harper so far tonight. Alvarez walks. First and second, 2 outs for Francisco Alvarez. Ball is chopped over the middle. Gunnar Henderson will make the play over to first. To the bottom of the 6th, Braden Taylor leading things off for Baltimore. He strikes out. Rhett Lauder is dealing. Jake McCarthy flies one into center field. There is TJ Friedl. 2 down. Harold Ramirez on the 1-2 pitch. Ball on the ground to Matt Olson over the bag. It is fair. 6 shutout innings for Lauder as we go to the top of the 7th. Matt Olson strikes out on a changeup away. Will Benson now on the 1-1 lefty hits that ball on the ground. Oh, wow. Great play by the rookie Braden Taylor. 2 down for Spencer Steer on the 3-1 offering. Steer extends the lead for the Reds. 2-0 with the solo shot into left field. Spencer Steer, 408 feet. Again, he mashes left-handed pitching, so that's somewhat expected. Spencer Steer with a deep fly into left field makes this game 2-0, his second of the postseason so far. Matt McLain now comes up on a 2-1 cutter. He is going to fly that into right. We go to the bottom of the 7th, still up 2-0. Perdomo comes up on the 2-2, swing and a miss on a Rhett Lauder changeup down and away. Gunnar Henderson now on the 2-2, hits one into right field. That ball gets through. Tying run to the plate. Lauder will stay in for Keibert Ruiz because he's Keibert Ruiz. Hard hit ball, but still 0 in the World Series. 2 down, bringing in Willie Castro. Castro on the ground to Matt McLain. Rhett Lauder, 7 shutout innings in Game 4 of the World Series. All the respect in the world of that man who was built up as a prospect in this Reds farm system. Now here he is putting the Reds in a position to win their 2nd World Series in 3 seasons. And Will Vest is doing his job here in the top of the 8th, striking out 3 straight Reds. But again, the O's have nothing to show for it in terms of hits. And here comes Garrett Crochet, 0.93 ERA so far in the postseason. He's coming out for a 6-out save here to clinch the World Series. Why? The matchups, right? Just got Jake Fraley. Heston Kjerstad, another lefty. He will get him to fly out to Will Benson, who's up now. Another lefty in Braden Taylor on the 3-2. Got him. Garrett Crochet puts the Reds 3 outs away from winning the World Series. Josh Sorbs pitching now for Baltimore, who will get Yordan Alvarez to ground out, and he will get Francisco Alvarez to strike out. 2 down the inning for Matt Olson on the full count. Olson levels a fastball into right field. That ball gets down. Olson's going to be on second base with a double. Huge spot for the Reds to pick one more up. Will Benson steps into the box now with 2 outs on a 1-1 offering from Sorbs. Benson hits one up the middle. That ball gets through. The dive by Henderson can't keep it out of the outfield. Olson to the plate is safe. 3-0 Reds. They get their insurance run. Spencer Steer gonna look for more. His third hit of the game makes it 4-0 Cincinnati. Absolutely clutch. Okay, Steer's thrown out at first, but still, 3 straight hits here in the top of the 9th to give the Reds a 4-run cushion. Crochet obviously will stay out. I mean, why not? He strikes out Jake McCarthy. Harold Ramirez on the 3-2 pitch will walk, so runner on first with 1 out for Geraldo Perdomo. On the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 1 out away. Gunnar Henderson on the 1-1 pitch goes into left field. There's a single. Tying run is in the on-deck circle, but first, Keibert Ruiz, oh how fitting, 1-2 pitch, got him! Garrett Crochet strikes out Keibert Ruiz, and the Reds win the 2028 World Series. They are world champions for the 2nd time in the last 3 seasons. They go to Baltimore and they sweep the Orioles 4-0. A dominant team here in 2028 has put all the pieces together, and they are world champions yet again. A lot of credit goes to that Yordan Alvarez trade at the trade deadline, getting him from the Astros on that expiring contract. We knew Alvarez was only coming to Cincinnati for 1 season, but my goodness, it paid off. The Reds are world champs in 2028. They have done it yet again. And folks, this will mark the end of the Cincinnati Reds franchise mode here on MLB The Show 24. Thank y'all for sticking with this series for now 102 episodes, but with College Football 25 coming out tomorrow, it does seem like the perfect end for this Reds franchise mode here tonight. They are world champions here in the year of 2028, and we have really delivered on everything we intended to bring to the city of Cincinnati here with this MLB The Show 24 franchise mode, giving the Reds world championships 6 and 7. And folks, what a ride it has been. I want to thank all of y'all for your support on this series, and I want to thank you guys for watching this series, liking the videos, leaving comments, doing all that stuff. I want to thank y'all for sticking with the channel throughout that. And folks, again, we'll be back next year for MLB The Show 25, our next franchise mode series. I don't know who it will be, but we'll be back next year for that. And if you do enjoy this gaming, sports gaming type content here on the channel, I think you're really going to enjoy what we're going to be doing on College Football 25 coming out tomorrow around 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. So folks, thank y'all for watching the Reds franchise mode here on MLB The Show 24. What a journey it has been. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.